Hey, welcome to Claude AI for beginners. If you have ever looked at Claude and wondered, what even is Haiku? What is the difference between Sonnet and Opus? And which one should I actually be using? Then this video is made for you. I am going to break down all three Claude models in plain English. No tech background needed. Just simple explanations, real examples, and a clear guide you can use straight away. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which model to pick for any task. No more guessing. Let us jump in. So, Claude comes in three versions. Think of them like three different colleagues you could call on. First, there is Haiku. Haiku is your super fast, always available teammate. Ask it something simple, it answers instantly. Then there is Sonnet. Sonnet is the reliable all-rounder. Smart, capable, handles most things you throw at it without breaking a sweat. And finally, there is Opus. Opus is the specialist, the deep thinker. You bring Opus in when the problem is genuinely complex and you need your best person on it. Each model also uses a different amount of your plan allowance. Haiku is the lightest, Sonnet is moderate, Opus is the heaviest. So picking the right one is not just about quality, it is also about getting more out of every conversation. Let us look at each one up close. Let me introduce Haiku, the speed demon of the trio. Here is a good way to think about it. Imagine you need to know the capital of France, or you want to pull a customer order number from a long email, or tag 100 support tickets by topic. You do not need a genius for that. You need someone fast and accurate. That is Haiku. It is built for quick lookups, simple summaries, sorting, categorizing, and straightforward questions that have clear answers. And because it is the lightest model, you can use it more often without chewing through your plan. So whenever your task feels simple or routine, reach for Haiku first. Save the heavy hitters for when you actually need them. Now let us talk about the model you will probably use the most, Sonnet. If you are ever unsure which model to pick, just start here. Sonnet is your everyday workhorse. It is smart enough to handle real complexity, but fast enough to feel like a natural back and forth conversation. Writing a project proposal? Sonnet. Debugging a piece of code? Sonnet. Trying to make sense of a messy dataset? Sonnet. Drafting emails, building workflows, doing research, Sonnet handles all of it comfortably. It is the sweet spot between power and efficiency. Think of it as your reliable colleague who can handle almost anything without needing to escalate. Most of your Claude sessions will probably start and end with Sonnet, and that is perfectly fine. And then there is Opus, the deep thinker. Opus is not for everyday tasks. It is for the hard stuff, the kind of work that requires real, sustained concentration. Imagine you need to read a 50-page research paper and not just summarize it, but actually critique the methodology, spot the gaps, and pull out the insights that matter. Or you are weighing up a complex legal contract with dozens of interdependent clauses. Or you have a long technical document that needs careful end-to-end coherence. That is when you bring in Opus. One important thing to keep in mind though, Opus uses more of your plan allowance than the other models. So treat it like a specialist consultant. Do not call them in to answer your emails. Save Opus for the work that genuinely needs it. Alright, let us make this really practical. Here is the quick decision guide. Summarizing a news article? That is a Haiku job. Simple extraction, no deep thinking needed. Someone asks what the capital of France is? Haiku again, done in seconds. Writing a project proposal? That needs structure and reasoning, so go with Sonnet. Debugging tricky code? Sonnet handles that beautifully. Analyzing a 50-page research paper? That is Opus territory. Sustained focus on something complex. And complex investment scenario analysis? Opus again. Multiple variables, accuracy is critical. And here is the golden rule to remember. When in doubt, start with Sonnet. If the task feels too simple, switch to Haiku. If Sonnet is struggling, escalate to Opus. That is it. 3 steps. Simple. And that is really all there is to it. 3 models, 3 jobs. Haiku for quick tasks. Sonnet for most things. Opus for the complex, high-stakes work that needs deep thinking. You do not need to be a tech expert to get this right. You just need to match the task to the tool. So next time you open Claude, take 5 seconds to think. Is this simple, medium, or genuinely hard? Then pick accordingly. If you found this helpful, give the video a like and drop a comment below telling me which model you are going to try first. Head over to Claude AI to get started. The link is in the description. See you in the next one.